What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I want you to take a guess on the coin that I just bought. I bought $1,500 of this coin, and it's not a brand new coin, so let's limit the selection here. It's a coin that I already had. I just bought more of this coin. I want you guys to take a guess on the coin that I bought more of. And you can take some time to pause this, or you can do it throughout me doing my whole intro and the spiel of hitting the like button. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one, and make sure that you check out some of the links down below. If you guys want the Profit Apparel gear, feel free to check that out. If you guys want to join the Patreon, check that out as well. But I did alert the Patreon that I was buying this coin before you guys even know about it. So if you guys want this information ahead of time, feel free to check out the Patreon down below. It's $5 to join the Discord group, and the Patreon overall, it's $10, $20. There's multiple selections that you can have. So definitely check those things out. But hopefully you guys have your guesses down in the comment section below, because we're going to get into it right now. 3, 2, 1, boom. Compound. I decided to buy more of Compound. Now, I had only 2 in the beginning of Compound when I first got into it, when it was around 250, and it rose to about 500 or so, and then started to decrease, and I bought more. I ended up buying more at like 200 or 190. I bought 2 more at 190, and then now I decided to essentially go all in, right? I have all this money for today. I have $1,500 that I'm able to spend in one day because they give me a limit. I don't know why. This company gives me a limit. My banking company gives me a limit. I tried to increase the limit, but they don't do that. It's only a temporary increase. So I can essentially ask them to increase the limit more, but it's what I have on my limit. So I'm going all in on this position. I'm probably not going to put that in the title. I don't know. But $128 is a really, really good price for Compound. And the reason why I looked into this heavily and decided to essentially go all in on Compound is because it has so much potential, so much short-term potential, that this thing can run really, really quickly, right? And I'm actually looking to take $1,500 and turn it into about $4,500, and then take the $1,500 and put it back where it came from, which was obviously my bank account, and use that for other purposes. Or I can do the opposite and take the gain and put it where it was, and obviously keep the $1,500 to continue to invest. But I would rather invest with more money, so I'm most likely going to put the $1,500 back and keep the rest that's in there, and continue to let that grow, whether it will be in Compound or it will be in other positions. I don't know that yet. But you can see here that yesterday it did get to 115, and I was thinking about it then, but I did go all in on other positions, so I couldn't do that, and I had to wait until today. So I thought that even below 150 is a really good price for Compound. It easily gets back to 190. If we look at some of the history for this position, in the last week, obviously down 31%, just like everything else. But you could see that it was up at the 190 mark and then slowly started to decrease while everything else started to decrease. And then when you saw that drop on the 20th, it fell pretty hard, and it fell all the way down to a low of 110. Now, it would have been great to find a way to get into these positions at 110. But again, I didn't have any more money available to buy on that day. But where it is now, I'm glad we didn't see a massive uptick. I understand we are in a down market, but I am not, and today is actually pretty green, but I'm not a person that is afraid of a down market, right? I invest at all times, right? The only time I really don't invest is all-time highs. All-time highs, I just don't invest. I can't do it. It's just not something in my DNA, because I know that this can easily come back down. And I'm always looking at the future value of it. And yes, the future value can be so much higher, but where is the short-term future value versus the long-term future value? So I want to be able to get the best price that I can get and see this thing grow. So $128 or $128 per coin is really, really good. You can see here the circulating supply is at 6.5 million, which is 65% of the total supply, which means that the total supply out there is 10 million coins, right? You do see the market cap is close to that 1 billion mark, but this has surpassed 1 billion a ton of times. The typical hold time is 11 days. So for something that actually has a higher priced coin, to have a hold time of 11 days is really, really good. Popularity is 48th, which is somewhere right in the middle. You don't need to have popularity of, sub 10 or 100, right? You in the middle, that it has that popularity to take off at any moment. So that's why I decided to make that move into here. Now, I did want to look at the history of the market cap to understand where we were. So just over the last day, we hit a high of 850 million in market cap. But if we look over year to date, we understand that we hit as high as 1.5 billion in market cap. Now, is that crazy? No, that's average. 1.5 billion is average, and that is one of the highest points. If we go back to the history of the price, one of the highest points that we did see over here was around $240. But I believe if we go back even further, right, we can see something bigger, right? It got up to $900, and on Coinbase it looks a lot higher. It depends how things are viewed here. It got up to $900. And if we look at that by market cap, understand where that was a $4 billion market cap. So is that insane? No, that's still considered average, by my book, by my definition, because average for me is about 1 to 10 billion. When you see that in that range, a lot of cryptocurrencies will hover within that range, or at least get to the 1 billion mark and then either pull back or increase into more average levels, right? So I love this coin. Where it could potentially get to is the 950 mark. Obviously, I'm pushing for more of the level of about $400, maybe 500. That's usually what I'm looking for. So basically something that can triple or quadruple. That's what I'm looking for throughout this position. So if we go over to my Coinbase Pro account, you're going to see I'm up to $22,000 because I did invest 1,500 into here. So before that, I was at about 21, I guess, because we're at 22.7. But you can see here that I was definitely looking at all of these positions, and I'm always looking at different positions. But if I have something where I have a plan of taking the 1,500, putting it in a place, growing it by a certain amount, and then taking it out, I don't want to diversify that too much. Overall, I will diversify. That's why you saw me put 2,500 yesterday into Shiba and Gitcoin. But today I decided to put more into into Compound, and it's currently I'm holding 15 Compound, waiting for that to make a move up to that 300-400 mark, which will give me that level that I'm really, really hoping for, which is that tripling at least. And then I'll take the $1,500 out, or the 11 coins that I end up buying out, and put it into other positions. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm really hyped for this coin. I might end up doing something with all of it at that time, but I know this has a lot more potential, especially when things boom. I just want to be able to spread the wealth to so many different areas, if that makes sense. So let me know what you think about this position. What you think about me buying it, and where I obviously see the future growth for it. When it comes to long-term growth, it has a lot more potential, like I just said. But I'm looking for something short term, something that I can, again, spread the wealth to other areas, whether it's OMG, Krill, Gitcoin, Polymath, wherever it is. I want to be able to have capital to put in all of these other areas, especially if we see them stay at some of these lows. OMG, if that stays at that low, I am below $5. I'm definitely making a move into there. But anyways, that's what I'm holding right now. That's what I bought. Let me know if you were right, and don't edit your post, or don't post it, your comment right now, because I can't tell like the timestamp of when you post a comment. So be honest. I bet you a lot of you thought that it was probably going to be Krill or Loop Ring. I was looking at both of those today, and I really want to buy more of Loop Ring, but I keep going back to some of the more short-term plays. And this definitely has full capability of going up to $2, which would be a point to where it would double, or even $2.50, it would triple, right? So I'm definitely excited for a lot of these positions that are at their lows. But yeah, I just can't do it. You know, I wanted to spread it, but I can't do it. Eventually, we will get to all of those points and buy more and more as time goes on. I like to baby step my ways into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want the Profit Apparel gear, feel free to check that out. Also, if you want this information way ahead of time, feel free to join the Discord group, join the Patreon, and, you know, just join the team and join the conversation. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.